Hello, welcome to Animes, another weekly roundup of AmiAmi figure pre-orders. Comment, like, and subscribe as usual. Links for these figures will be in the description down below. These are the pre-orders on AmiAmi from the 17th to the 22nd of February 2025. So we'll get straight on into it. There's not too many figures, not like tons of figures like there was last week. So we've got False Lander Hexe 1/7 by Q's Cube, 23,180 yen. November 2025 release. False Lander line of figures have been pretty well received. A lot of people like them. Some of them have sort of been in the aftermarket. So depending on how you really like this figure, then it might be worth pre-ordering it, just to guarantee you got it, or maybe holding off potentially. Maybe just have a look if you just search on AmiAmi for False Lander, see if any of them are still available. That'd be a good way to check to see what they're sort of going for. But it's got a decent discount, 4,100 yen discount anyways from regular retail price. Then we've got My Little Pony Bishojo Applejack 1/7 by Kodabakir, 16,720 yen, August 2025. Definitely a lot of people like the My Little Pony Bishojo figures, so I can definitely see this one being selling quite well and being pre-ordered a lot. So yeah, and obviously My Little Pony is quite a large IP, so that makes sense. Looks very good overall. Obviously, I like all the Bishojo figures that Kodabakir have done have been really good. It just depends whether they're doing an IP or they've done a character you really like. But yeah, really good to see that we're getting more, and they're filling out the entire lineup for My Little Pony. Kisuke series, Elaine Claire 1/8 by Kodabakir, 20,900 yen. September 2025. This one, 1/8, so she's on the smaller side, but quite good. I like the actual mold lines, so the creases in the shirt and the actual jacket look really nicely done, and the shading's really nicely done as well. Hair looks immaculate pretty much from every angle. A lot of the individual strands are molded as well, so it's a nice bonus. So yeah, very good looking figure. 1/8 is a bit on the smaller side, so she stands 22 centimeters in height, which is actually not too bad for 1/8. So yeah, very nice looking figure. Probably worth it if you like this series that she's from. The Legend of Heroes, I think it's a game if I remember correctly. So I've not played the game, but yeah, it looks really good overall. A freeing bare leg of Nyaruko, 29,700 yen, quarter scale, not 1/6. July 2025. Don't know. I've seen the series. I quite like the series. I don't know whether I'd actually get a freeing figure of her, but considering it's quite an old anime anyways, I think nearly a decade ago now, then I'm surprised they're doing a bare leg one, but it's freeing. They're pretty much always going to do a bare leg one at some point. Probably to draw up hype as well. For this character in the aftermarket potentially, or maybe to help bring the aftermarket prices down. They're just doing a bare leg version, as is what freeing generally does when the pre-owned figures are quite high in price, because it's a much rarer figure generally, because obviously we don't get a lot of character release figures of this character specifically anyways, so that makes sense, especially when you get to older anime. Another Atelier Riser figure, 1/7 by Proof, 18,700 yen. At least she's in sort of nightwear. She looks cute and adorable overall, as if she's just woken up. Yeah, it's fine. But we've got so many like Riser figures, anyways. Potentially get this. If not, it depends whether it's up there, and it's by Proof, so they are a bit on the newer side as a manufacturer, whereas a lot of the other ones are by Alter and Good Smile. So yeah, maybe not. Maybe it depends on the pricing. But yeah, we've had a lot of other Atelier Riser figures already released, so potentially worth getting hold of, depending on how much of an Atelier Riser fan you are. Pop-up Parade, there's a couple of pop-up parades, especially L size. So we've got Elsa Granhart from ReZero, 7,920 yen, September 2025. Now, is this a large scale that I would actually get, like a larger pop-up parade I'd get? Personally, no. Paint jobs should generally be better than normal pop-up parades, but the overall body sculpting is pretty simple. Face is very flat. and the paint is it's clean, but obviously very minimal, if any, shading. So yeah, she looks alright, but I think when you get to the L size, you're paying that much more. It has to be of a character you really like, or it's the design in that lot is actually really good. Like the Hatsune Miku Vampire one, they did the normal pop parade was really well received, and then they did the L size I think last month for pre-order, which I think a lot of people will be getting because it's a very cute design of Hatsune Miku. That one is specifically. Then we've got a Pop-Up Parade SP, which is like their special line, or more detailed line, I guess you could say, or Killer Kill Satsuki Kuririn for 8,820 yen. So I've not looked a lot into the SP line specifically, so I don't see that a lot, but she looks pretty good, very clean in terms of paint job. Again, really the only shading is on the hair, unfortunately, and that's only on the back side. But it is a Killer Kill character, so I can definitely see a lot of people will probably be getting this one, considering the actual original other scale figures are, just much more expensive. My dear friend Nakatan Noko won 6th by freeing 22,000 yen. October 2025. So at least freeing stepping out of their normal comfort zone of just doing bunny suits. So hopefully we see them doing this a lot more. It'll be interesting to see what the final quality is like of them delving into these 1/6, and whether they're going to do more characters in their original designs from the anime rather than just bunny suit firing them. So yeah, she looks alright overall. Whether she's better than other scale figures we'll be getting in the future, since the anime was quite well received and a lot of people really like it, so there was quite a bit of hype. Whether it's going to be one of those anime where the hype just dies off, I don't know. I'm living with an Utaku Neat. Shizuri Udera 1/6. Manufacturer is Hakoi Musume, 20,800 yen. July 2025, so 1/6, good scale, good price for 1/6 as well. Manufacturer, don't know anything about, so in terms of the past releases, they're relatively new. Hair shading looks pretty good, body sculpting and outfit sculpting and shading looks really nice as well. The wood effects on the base look pretty good, at least it's not just a box standard plastic disc. Yeah, pretty good actually. Overall, looks promising. I probably wouldn't pre-order it, but she looks promising, I would say, for future. So probably worth getting a hold of if you really like the anime she's from. Azure Lane Asanagi, lulled by Rough Seas 1/7 by Fat Company, 26,800 yen, December 2025. So quite a bit on the larger side. Definitely a lot more risky in terms of the skin that this is based off of, obviously being a bikini figure. Yeah, like the manjus, 3 manju that she's got with her, especially the one with the ice cream is very cute and nice. Obviously she's very flat chested, very lolly-esque. I think that's just the way the character is, unfortunately, in game. Obviously depending on whether you prefer big bust or not, I prefer bigger chest characters, but the body sculpt looks really good. Hair shading actually looks pretty good. It seems to be semi-translucent as well, which is pretty good with grey hair. Semi-translucent definitely works, I think. So everything looks really good overall for this figure, I think. Lying down means she's going to take up a fair bit of space. It says it comes with a base, but you probably don't need the base. Overall really good. A bit more on the more expensive side for 27,000 yen for a 1/7. But it's got the Azure Lane tax, so that's fair enough. Another pop-up parade. Bureaucrat to Villainous Grace Orverned L size by Gusmile Company, 7,920 yen, September 2025. So the L size pop parade looks fine, pretty bog standard for pop-up parade L size. Nothing over, and unfortunately, just pretty good overall for pop parade. Some people like pop parades, some people don't. I've sort of gone off pop parades now, although I've got like nearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 9 pop parades on my shelf. So yeah, I've got a fair few, but that's most collectors we start off with world parades just to get an idea of like shipping costs and stuff like that. So that's fair enough. League of Legends KDA All Out Kaisa 1/7 by Apex 18,410 yen. November 2025. Yeah, looks good. We're getting, I think that's 3 or 4 of them now. So I think we've almost got all of them from memory. There's definitely 2. This might be the 3rd one, or this might be the final girl from KDA. So yeah, if you've been collecting them, all of them, then I do like their music that they've all the videos on YouTube. So yeah, they're very catchy. Yeah, she looks really good. Overall, like the hairstyle, like the sculpting. Yeah, she looks really good, and they generally held their price. The previous ones that were released didn't sell out like straight away from what I was aware of. So I did cancel my pre-order for one of them a couple of years ago. But the shoe is still available for actual pre-order afterwards. Anyway, for order afterwards, anyways. But she held her price for a very long time. They didn't really get discounted months and months afterwards. It's the only problem with Apex is they're just like, well, it's League of Legends, so they're going to sell. So, which they probably will do. It's just whether people will actually get scale figures from AmiAmi. That's most people probably order it directly from like League of Legends' own website, most likely storefront. Summer Pocket Reflections Blue Shiroha Naruse 1/7 by Belfine, 21,210 yen. So 20,000 yen for 1/7. Let's have a look. Very cute figure. Outfit blowing, quite nice. Tights so school girl uniform, which has got a melon lolly stick or melon slice. Hair looks fine. I like the sculpting in the hair. Shading depends whether you like the purple highlights or whatnot. I don't quite like the colour shading on the hair, but that's just me. That they're going based off the source material. So very cute looking figure, not something I would get personally, but she looks pretty good. Probably I would say not the 22,000 yen, closer to 18,000 yen personally in my mind. I reckon this would be for being a pretty simple figure. Azulane, Richelle Florent of the Waves version 1/6 by Reverse Studio / Annie Game, 25,740 yen. So a bit more pricey, but it is 1/6. So does that justify the price? January 2026. Let's have a look. So very cute looking swimsuit outfit. Shading looks really good. Body sculpt looks really nice. A lot of accessories: flotation ring, suitcase, a turret as you'd normally get, and an umbrella, and some other set dressing. So yeah, very nice looking figure. You get a lot of extras, so that's really good. 1/6 is another bonus. So I think the price is right for this, for the amount of plastic and work that they put into it. So yeah, very nice looking figure. Definitely worth getting a hold of if you like this character from Azulane. And then we've got Azulane Cursaint Reverent Runner 1/7 by Alice Glint, 22,270 yen. December 2025. Okay, so gym wear, very nice looking gym wear, very tight, especially on the chest area. Body sculpt is spot on. Love the face is pretty nice. It's okay. They're definitely well endowed in the chest area. Very nice, but definitely if you're gonna have her on like a lower shelf, you'll definitely appreciate her assets. Everything looks really nice. I like the railing that she's up against. So very nice looking figure, very whatnot. But I think the face is not perfect in my mind. The whole sort of mouth being like a whistle, like she's whistling or something, is a bit off-putting. But they do a slightly more expensive version, which comes with a bonus faceplate, smiling face part instead, which I definitely prefer. So that's her normal face, and where's a smiling face, please? Smiling face. Hello. There we go. So smiling face, definitely like the smiling face a lot more. I would spend the extra money, get the additional faceplate, and have the smiling face option personally. If I was going to get this one. So very nice looking figure, and I definitely would get the smiling face. It seems to suit the character a lot more. The other face is just a bit trash in my opinion. Then we've got Umumisame Pretty Derby Cheval Grand 1/7 by Fat Company, 26,800 yen, December 2025. Okay, detail outfit, really nice. Body sculpt, pretty simple. She's not obviously running or anything, so she's not in motion. Pretty nice. I like the cloak, very nice touch. The hair shading is spot on, and tail as well as the hair. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. 27,000 yen though, bit on the pricey side. It is Uma Musume, so they are a bit more on the more expensive side. But their bases are not, a lot nicer on the other ones. Personally, this just being a coloured acrylic disc is a bit of a letdown. So I think not the strongest one out of the Uma Musume figures. Personally, she looks good and cute, and overall, and the outfit is nice, but not something I would personally get for. They could have done something better. Then we get to Metroid Prime, Samus Aran Phazon suit version, PVC statue. By first 4 figures, so this is a non-scale, 27,220 yen. So it stands at 25.4 centimeters in height, so probably 1/6 scale, or 1/7 because of the thickness of that base. But yeah, it's Samus's suit, very nicely detailed. Everything looks really good, nice and clean, and the colour works is really good. So nearly 3 soda cans in height, 2.5. Single shipment, so you can't combine it with any other orders. But they do this one, 31,480 yen. And this one is like the collector's edition. I think this one is light up. If I let's have a look. It looks like it's light up, or it might be. So these are some other versions that were previously released. Yeah, so you got like LED lights. So I'd pay the extra to get the LED lights personally if you're massive into Metroid Prime, and you don't have the previous versions, previous armors that they've released that you saw. I'd spend the extra and get this one, to be honest. Stands at the same height, 25.4, so it's just got light up effect parts in the armor, which doesn't mention it in the description here, unfortunately. But yeah, it doesn't mention it anywhere in the pictures apart from showing that it lights up in the darkness, and the weapon as well lights up, which is a nice touch. Some sort of LED effect going on there, and the thrusters on the back. So yeah, I'd pay the extra personally. Very nice looking armor from Metroid Prime. Dragon Ball Arise, Yajirobe and Karen by Plex, 26,950 yen, June 2025. Potentially worth pre-ordering anyways, because we don't see Yajirobe and Karen figures, and well, pretty much ever really from Dragon Ball. Obviously, we can get the main Z fighters usually, so yeah, it's nice to get these figures. Pretty static, obviously, pretty simple overall, but there's 2 figures. What size are they? How tall? So 23 centimeters for Yajirobe, and Karen is 8 centimeters. 8 centimeters? So about that high, probably, roughly. So yeah, not too bad. I would be June's packed month for me, so I would pre-order if I could. I'm probably going to bookmark this and see if they're available to pre-order a few months after release, later in the year, where I have less pre-orders. Then I might nab these if I can. I'd be very interested in getting these anyways, just to start a Dragon Ball collection, especially get for the more rarer figures that we very rarely get. And then we go to the adult section, the next one. This one won't be linked in the description down below. So it's by Binding, Creator's Opinion Yuki Terumi 1/6 for 33,000 yen, September 2025. So looks like she's obviously serving up drinks. Very nice overall. Again, chest cast off, and you can do fully cast off where you actually remove her whole full bodysuit, which you don't always get with the Binding figures, especially the 1/6. And looks like she has some additional toys that can be attached, extremities if you'd like. Yeah, based on the art, nice looking figure. I quite like it a lot. I like the pose. I wish it was quarter scale rather than 1/6. They have done quarter scales for 33,000 yen before, but it looks like Binding have started to increase their price a lot more of their quarter scales now. So yeah, if you're big into binding collectors, that like I am, I will be collecting more and more binding figures. I'll be shifting over more to the binding lineup rather than freeing. Yeah, that's it. So relatively short video. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I shall catch you in another video. Thank you. Bye.